Absolutely incredible. I mean, the textures on this, I wish that this could stay up. Fake nail. Now whose fake nail is this? Because it's not mine. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's vlog's a bit of a weird one. So I haven't filmed in forever because we got married. We actually got married here in my parents' garden, which was incredible and really, really lovely. Today I'm just going to be taking this down, but I'm going to show you the progress that we've made with the garden. I'll probably have to voice that over just because it's been a while, and I'll take you up and show you what it's looking like a couple of weeks after the work that we've done. Yeah, it's a bit of a mismatch one, this one. I'm sorry for, you know, not having put out a video in a while, but I'm sure you'll understand. Getting married is quite stressful, even though this was a really non-stressful wedding, and at the end I'll include some photos and some footage of the day for you guys, just so you can have an idea of kind of how special it was. But anyway, I'm going to crack on dismantling all of the pampas that my sister did decoration wise on our altar. Okay, so just quickly before we start, this is kind of where the ceremony was. You can see pie through there. We had a load of really beautiful seating made by my uncle. I'll insert some pictures, and we had hydrangeas picked from the garden, and it was about 35 wedding guests. And then my mum, where has it gone? Oh, right here. So my mum, for the kids, hid all of these action men in the trees so that the kids would have something to look at, but actually that wasn't needed at all. It just made us all laugh a bit. And if you pan down here, I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see, but basically beyond the tree line you can see the whole landscape and the local village. I'll show you that in a minute. So my uncle made all of the seating for the wedding, and he did it making kind of spikes and drilling them into wood. So this wood can be used again. We might use it as a coffee table leg or something, but you can kind of see back here, that's kind of how it worked, and those were buried in the ground to give it some stability. Obviously none of the tarp or anything was here, but I'm just going to show you what an incredible job. We've taken some bits off already, but my sister did such an incredible job on decorating our altar. Again, my uncle made the altar, and it's kind of no screws, nothing in there, but yeah, she decorated it with a load of pampas and dried leaves, and it's just absolutely incredible. I mean, the textures on this, I wish that this could stay up, but as soon as it rains it'll just disintegrate. So she tied barley around the bottom, and yeah, that will kind of give you an idea. And then down the other side there's just something small. But yeah, I mean, look at that for a homemade wedding decoration. It's pretty incredible, and it was just honestly the most beautiful day. But anyway, I'm going to crack on and dismantle this now. Okay, I have pampas all in my hair. I'm pretty sure it's everywhere. Sunglasses were a definite must for that. I'm just gonna turn you around and show you kind of what material she used in case you wanted to create something like this, and show you, yeah, how she did it. I've laid out the materials in groups of what she used. Obviously there's the altar, we called it pi because it looks like the symbol. And I did bring some tarp down here just in case to catch any loose staples, but actually I managed to get them all out with pliers, and that's kind of roughly how many we used. She did also use this twine just to tie the bottoms in place. But she used 2 bunches of this kind of barley, I think it's barley, I don't actually know, it's absolutely stunning. Some dried leaves and a mixture of these as well. There's different sizes, you can kind of see roughly what they are. Then she used a couple of these sorts of pampas, quite a bit of this sort of pampas. You can see if I have them together that they are actually different. These are much more feathery, whereas these are much more kind of like rustic, I guess, and less put together. And she used this colour, you can see the 2 colours together. And then she used about 4 strands of the massive pampas, which is absolutely stunning. I mean, it really doesn't do it justice. I mean, this is it in the sun, but it is just like feather. It's absolutely stunning. So that was where we got married. And I'll quickly pop down and show you the view at the back so you can kind of have an idea of roughly what we got married in front of. So this is actually where we had the party part of the ceremony. The marquee was along here. We had Hayville sofas and fire pit, Hammerschlagen, which, if nobody knows, is a game which you should all play at weddings or parties or anything. This was a perfectly good bit of wood beforehand, and you can kind of see all the nails poking in. So you get a brick hammer and you hammer in the nails one by one. You do it in a circle, and it was an absolute hit. So I've actually just come down here just to take these down because I completely forgot. But that was also a nice little kind of picture area for people, all the bracken behind, and yeah, more tall pampas. But I'll quickly show you. I'm just going to head down that way, down there, and just show you what the view is. Okay, so this is the view at the back of the woodland. You can see how absolutely amazing it is. So that was our backdrop behind the woods, which is actually really clearly visible, but just doesn't show up in the video. Okay, so now the wedding part is over, and obviously I'll show you some pictures at the end and maybe a bit of footage. But now we're gonna just crack on, go over to our house, and I'll show you what we've been up to. You'll see my progress-ish with the garden. My mum did a hell of a lot, and so did Hal's mum. And yeah, I just can't thank them enough, as well as my dad and Hal as well. And you might see my saga with the flower beds out the front of the house, which does get better, I promise. Hal changed the locks on the doors so that we had fresh keys, and then we ripped up the carpets just to see what was underneath, and it turned out that it's pine flooring throughout the house. So we're really happy with that, and we have rethought our idea and are probably just going to sand these down and try and actually make them work for us. Obviously there's a lot of stuff that was left behind which needs to be taken out before the building work can start, such as the blinds. So Hal really wanted them gone because he hates them so much. So we took them to the tip, and yeah, just a lot of the stuff around the house was chopped down. There's the laurel tree going by my dad, and we had to make sure that all of the dried wood or any rubbish in the grass was picked up so that it didn't ruin my mum's mower when she can eventually get in. And so I've just put all of that wood just in this area here, just to get it out of the way. As you can see, this grass still hasn't been cut and there's a hell of a lot of bramble to get rid of. And now I'm going to leave you with me trying to dig out a mimosa tree and repot it, and it took so long and a lot of help. Right, so some progress at the front of the house. You can see that obviously the lawn isn't looking great in this area, but Hal's mum dug out all of the grasses, and this is what we're left with. These are polystyrene balls, which are just in this side of the bed, but the passion flower's gone, the roses are gone, and we can actually see what's going on now in the flower beds. It also means that they can get scaffolding in and not have to worry. So Hal's mum just piled it all here, which will clear in a few days, and you can see how much progress my mum has made by trimming the lawn, and what a difference this has actually made to the space. So Mum's just trimming the lawn, and she's done such an incredible job. It was a hell of a lot of work, and we're not quite sure what to do, whether to rake it all up or just to leave it and get the mower back in. But this is her last strip for the majority of the lawn. And whilst all of the hard work was happening, Hal was babysitting Furio out in the fields and playing ball, and this sight really, really warmed my heart. It's something that I've been thinking about for quite a long time, is looking out the window and seeing Hal with our dog. Obviously Furio isn't our dog, but yeah, it's just nice to see. So I just came back and raked everything up, just so that I could actually have a start on the flower beds and yeah, just feel like I was actually doing something. Okay, so after removing the fireplace surround, I was actually shocked at how little there was to come out of the back of that. And I know it's just a hollow thing, but I was just, yeah, it's obviously been there for years. And so all there was just a few cobwebs, and it was just screwed into the wall, so it was super easy to get out. There was a few cobwebs, just one chunk of coal, a crayon, and then a fake nail. Now, whose fake nail is this? Because it's not mine. And Hal is trying to get all of the wire out of the ground. So there's some fencing that has been buried under a load of grass and soil, and that was where the old compost heap was. And it would just be nice to have somewhere to dump all of the grass clippings and everything that we're kind of waiting for a compost heap. That doesn't make sense at all, but you know what I mean. So these are the grasses that Hal's mum dug up, which I'm actually going to take to the tip because I don't want to have them regrow anywhere. But as you can see, this flower bed is just filled with polystyrene balls, and I just really don't know what to do with it. And I need to clear up all of this, which is fine, but it is looking better, but it does look like a mess, and I understand it's quite a way off. But honestly, these polystyrene balls are the bane of my life. So I started out by just trying to get them up with the dustpan and brush, and that didn't work. You can kind of see what they look like. They are silver, so I don't think they're anything for a purpose here, but yeah, the dustpan and brush wasn't working, so I tried bear claws instead, and that was so just soul destroying. I can't think of any other way to put it. So I am going to make you suffer and watch through this for a second. Right, it's time to stop shielding from the rain. I've got my North Face on, hair up, hood up, which is a great look, and we're gonna crack on outside. I probably won't show you any of this. If I do, it's because it's stopped raining. Okay, I'm gonna show you how far I've gotten. What was it? Okay, so I have a whole bin bag full of these little beads, and they don't seem to be coming up at all. I mean, they're literally everywhere. I know that all of this is gonna be weed killed soon, but I've just been using, I've had gloves on, and I've just been using the dustpan and brush just to kind of like scoop it into to put it in the bin bag. But it's all in the drains, it goes all along there, and I'm thinking, am I just better going and getting an industrial hoover for outside and just picking it all up that way? I'll update you and let you know what I decide. Okay, I have decided to go and get an industrial hoover. Yeah, they're only like 45 quid, so I was just like, actually, do you know what, for all of the hassle, and we'll use it again. So it's a wet and dry hoover, but it can be used for outdoors and dust and shavings and stuff. I just had an idea, and I don't know, I'm gonna find a builder at Screwfix and ask someone. Sorry, you're extremely wobbly because I'm driving. But my plan is to find a builder, ask them at where I'm getting this hoover, and see whether this beading isn't actually from a beanbag, but is from the wall insulation that was put in. Yeah, it might be an idea. I'll let you know how I get on. Sorry about all of this shakiness, but you're gonna have to deal with it. I need to concentrate, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I managed to get that. They don't think it's insulation balls. They reckon that it is a beanbag. So I'm gonna attempt to hoover it up. I got that and then some extra bags and stuff, but we'll see. I mean, it's 40 quid. If it doesn't work, we'll find other use for it. They were actually really helpful in there. I just went to Screwfix, so. And I will let you know how I got on once I'm home. It's the next day. It was just too wet when I got back yesterday. But I have tried out this hoover just quickly last night, and it's incredible. I've already filled a whole bag. I'm just gonna finish the last few bits before I have to empty it, but I will show you it in action and then see how we go from there. Okay, so this is the hoover. I'll put on the screen what it's called. It's got a long kind of like funnel thing, and you can see that I got so much up yesterday. It's a lot drier now, so it should be much easier to hoover these up. And yeah, let's see it in action. Just as I think I'm almost done, I uncover this rock. Oh, so many more, and they're all in the drain pipe, all under there. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, there's literally, I think I've done really well so far, but they are just everywhere and they keep appearing. So I'm going to leave you with this super satisfying footage. I got so infuriated trying to suck up these balls and nothing happening, so I'll leave you with some wedding pictures. If you like this video and you want to follow on with our renovations, please like the video, subscribe for more, and leave any comments or advice down below. Thank you. I'll see you next time.